What's going on, guys? I am back. I know it has been a while since probably at the beginning of December, I think. First of all, I got to give a shout out again to my monthly members. It's only 4, but it's 4 people that have continued to believe in what I've got going on here and know that there's something special behind it. I just got to figure out what it is and what it's going to be. So thank you guys all for being a part of it. Shout out goes to Laura. She was the first member. And my cousin Selena, Lindsay, who's again, her and her husband have always been a huge supporter of anything that I do, whether it's the Weight House or a collaborative effort or anything else that I do. So I appreciate you guys. And then Justin, which is, for those of you who don't know, is one of my members, a part of the club. He is also, I haven't actually publicly said it, I don't think yet, but he's going to be the Weight House powerlifting instructor and coach. So, it's awesome to have you guys all on board, and I'm looking forward to having more of you, but obviously I don't have anything other than the knowledge of, or the intent to do something else in the future and to bring some benefit to you guys as members of our membership program. So, all right, that's out of the way. Sorry, I don't know how to word that simply, but that's what it is. So wanted to say thank you. Also wanted to give you guys an update of kind of why I have not been on here. Really simply put, in December I was sent to, I brought myself to the hospital. A couple times there was some internal digestive tract bleeding going on. Weird thing is they still don't know exactly what it was. They just have some ideas and speculations of what it could have been. And it all kind of makes sense, so I'm just going with that. But yeah, so I went to the emergency room. They kind of said, hey, take it easy, come back in a day or two and see how you're doing. Came back, things didn't change, which was not good. That means that they're still bad. They weren't getting better. And then I tried to just chill out and also work. So I came to work that following Monday and almost fainted in front of my clients. So I had to send them home, and luckily one of my other clients was already on the way, and she already knew what was going on. So I asked her to bring me to the hospital. So shout out to Amy. Thank you very much for saving my booty that day. No pun intended. Okay, so I went to the hospital, checked myself in, and I was there for 8 days straight. And there's where I am. Again, they didn't know what it was, why I was there, whatever, but the bleeding did stop. I did every freaking test you can possibly think of. They weren't able to see it. Other than that, they said I was a perfectly healthy human being. Other than all that other crap, because of what was going on, I ended up having some clots. And then I had this little IVC filter, I believe is what it's called, inserted into my neck. And that's just in case if a clot was to break through, this would stop it from going into my heart and lungs, I believe, or into my heart, so that I don't die. So that's that, guys. I don't want to go too much more into it. If you have questions, by all means, feel free to reach out. But that's where I'm at with that. Obviously, the whole purpose of this program is to try to find passive income. There's no way you're going to set something up and just be like, bam, now I'm making 20K a month, 30K, 50K, 100K a month or a year, whatever it be. There's just no way. There's going to be the build up to it. So what I've been trying to do in this past several weeks is just try to find out how I'm going to bring these videos to you, what I'm going to bring you guys for content, and hopefully motivation and ideas to help you figure out what's going to be your P150. What are the other things that you can help bring some supplemental income, and then maybe even to the point where it's such a big amount that's actually your mainstream, and then what you're doing on your normal day is actually just you can actually enjoy it and you don't have to stress out so much. So that's kind of my purpose, and my goal for me is that way I can find other means of income, so that what I do here, right, this is seriously my pride and joy. I love doing it. Not so much the business part of it, like the bills and crap, but being out there on the floor, conversing with my members, having a great time with my clients, and helping people realize that it's not about just dieting hardcore for 30 days and work your ass off for 30 days and then hope that you're going to get your results. It's not that. It's finding that balance. So that part I love, and I don't mind working my butt off, but if I could do it with a little bit less stress of the financials, then I think that's kind of the ultimate goal, at least for me. everybody's goal is going to be different, and that's the other thing for you guys is just realize that your goal is going to be different than mine, and you know, so on and so forth with everybody else. So find out what your goal is, what your intent is, why you're wanting to get there, how it's going to help you get to your financial goals, and you know, kind of go from there. So with that being said, one of the things that I've been trying the last couple weeks, really, as you all know, I started investing in the stock market a couple different ways. I started my Roth last year. I started a SEP, and then I also started dabbling in the market on my own. And dumb of me, so I'm not telling you to take my advice, but what I did, January and February of last year, for most of you that know, that was the first months that since I've started the gym that I was finally able to put money in the in a savings account, which is weird to me because I've always been used to, you know, living paycheck to paycheck, and it's horrible. Don't live that way. But especially, you know, running a business, and then, you know, COVID hit in March, so things changed. I wasn't even thinking about that. What I was thinking of is how we're going to hold on to this, how the reaction of all my members and clients was going to be, and bracing myself for the worst case scenario. Then came, you know, June, I think, or July. I decided to start messing around with the market a little bit, and I just realized that my money's not doing anything in my savings account. I'd rather it make some money. Now, I'm not here to ask for ideas or concerns. I'm just telling you what I did. I'm not telling you it's the right thing to do. The market is volatile, and you know, it could just go down one day and all your money's gone. So I get that, and I have certain precautions set in place to help protect me if something like that happened. But that's what I did, and I ended up almost doubling my money so far. So I feel like that was the right decision, and it's kind of given me an idea of which route I want to go for this P150. So one of the things I've been doing for the last 2 weeks is set a goal for myself, seeing if I can make $100 a day on average. So that's an extra, you know, $2K a month. If my math's any good, and close to an extra 25 grand at the end of the year if you carry at least an average. So my goal is to try that for a month or two. Because of where I'm at right now, I'm going to probably go for that 2 month so I can average out a little bit better, and go from there. So all in all, I've been doing really well. Like today, my trade was $130 profit, and then I have a couple others that are kind of in a swing trade, hoping that either here in the next hour I can make something happen if it pops off. In other words, I'll swing it in tomorrow or the next day. And then last week, my average, I don't have it here in front of me, but I believe it was like $180 to $200 average per day. So that made up for the prior week, or helped make up for the prior week, of some kind of sour trades that I made. And that was just me being immature in the stock market. So I'm learning, but I joined a Discord that costs me $25 a month. So my goal is obviously to make sure that I'm hitting my goal of $100 a day, but also pay for that Discord so I'm not, you know, hurting my average. And that's been fun because there's a lot of people in there that are helping you out, and I think probably the best thing about it is they're not telling you how much to put in or what to do in regards to get the amount that you want. They're just telling you, hey, listen, this is very speculative. This is probably what's going to happen. And it's up to you to set up your boundaries, how much you're willing to lose, how much you want to gain, and then you go ahead and take your profits or swing it or make it a long trade, whatever your goals are. So they're not telling you what to do. They're just giving you ideas and methods of how to make that money, and you kind of put it together on the back end. So that's that. So that's been fun. That's where I'm at in that. I'm going to continue doing that and see how that works. But my big goal with that is to try not to spend too much time. If you hear that ding in the background, I'm sure you've heard it already a couple times. That is every time somebody makes a message on the Discord. So if I have that running in the background, it is very distracting, and I can tell you right now that it takes up more than 2 hours a day if I hear that beep, because then I'm like, crap, am I missing out on? I was editing this video and just realized that it cut off, and I was almost done. So instead of not posting it, I'm gonna go ahead and finish it right here and throw it in here. So again, so that site, I got to be careful and make sure that I don't go on there too much so it doesn't take up too much of my day, because I'll get distracted very easily. So the goal is to, again, try to make $100 a day each day, or at least average over $100 a day with that. And then obviously try to get some of these other programs up and running, you know, with shirts, merchandise, content. Somebody came up to me today with another idea of maybe some content for the gym, working out, some workout plans, as long as I don't have to do much work. Like, I don't mind helping out with the idea, but very little time. And that's the whole goal, is to try to make as much money as we can passively with as least amount of work later on. So that's it. I'm gonna stop rambling. Hopefully this video makes sense. I love you guys. Hope you're having a great day. Love, peace, and calories. Out.